On January 3, 2024, the world awoke to a chilling revelation, its edges aflame with a new kind of dread, as if the fabric of reality had been rent by an unseen hand. The television blared with urgent news. A long-buried audio recording from the Apollo 17 mission of 1972, once shrouded by NASA's silence, had erupted into the public domain. The leaked file crackled to life, a deafening blast of static giving way to the voice of Eugene Cernan, commander of that final lunar voyage, his usual casual cadence replaced by a weight that pressed against the airwaves. "Houston, we've encountered something here," he began, each word deliberate, heavy with an unease that seeped through the decades. A pause, then a tremor in his voice. "It's not natural. It's not rock or dust. It's like nothing we've seen." Harrison Schmidt's interruption carried a raw apprehension, his calm demeanor fractured. "Eugene's right, Houston. There's something strange." The transmission cut to eerie silence, swallowed by static, then died, leaving behind a void filled with the astronauts' unspoken dread. What could not natural mean? I wondered aloud to the empty room, my voice a fragile thread in the stillness. My wife, Marie, stood in the doorway, her face etched with concern. "I have a bad feeling," she murmured, "but I hope they find out." 2 weeks later, a call from SpaceX, in collaboration with Blue Origin and international space agencies, confirmed my fate and my fear. They summoned me, John, for Artemis Reborn, a mission to probe the ominous findings of Apollo 17. Director Ramirez's voice, steady yet taut with tension, sealed my path. "We need the best, and you're on top of that list." This is the story of that journey, penned in the Gothic, introspective prose of John Langan, a tale of 6 astronauts venturing into the lunar unknown, where the moon's silence hides a terror that reshapes humanity's understanding. Will you brave this narrative under the moon's watchful gaze, or does its alien pulse stir a fear too deep to face? Are you ready to peer into the abyss with us, knowing it may gaze back? The morning of January 3, 2024, dawned with a peculiar weight, as if the air itself held its breath. I stirred from sleep, the digital clock's red glow marking 6:47 a.m., its hum a faint counterpoint to the unease curling in my chest. The television, left on from the night before, erupted with a cacophony of voices, its screen a mosaic of frantic reporters and grainy footage. The news seized me. A leaked Apollo 17 audio file, hidden by NASA for over 50 years, had surfaced, its contents a Pandora's box flung open to the world. I sat upright, the sheets tangling around my legs, as the broadcast looped the recording. Static roared, a primal scream, before Eugene Cernan's voice emerged, stripped of its usual levity. "Houston, we've encountered something here," he said, each syllable deliberate, a man grappling with the incomprehensible. A pause stretched, taut as a wire, then his voice wavered. "It's not natural. It's not rock or dust. It's like nothing we've seen." Harrison Schmidt's interruption sliced through, his tone jagged with fear. "Eugene's right, Houston. There's something strange." The line died, static swallowing the void, and the room seemed to shrink, the walls pressing inward with the weight of their words. I spoke to the silence, my voice a whisper. What could "not natural" possibly mean? Marie appeared in the doorway, her silhouette framed by the hall's dim light, her expression a mirror of my own disquiet. "I have a bad feeling," she said, her words soft but heavy. "But I hope they find out." Her concern lingered as she retreated, leaving me to the broadcast's relentless replay. The implications gnawed at me. Seasoned astronauts, veterans of the lunar frontier, undone by an encounter they couldn't name. The news speculated wildly. Alien artifacts, geological anomalies, a cosmic jest. Yet the dread was palpable, a contagion spreading through the airwaves, infecting every viewer with its uncertainty. 2 weeks later, on January 17th, the telephone's shrill ring shattered the morning quiet. I answered, my hand trembling slightly, and Director Ramirez's voice filled the line, steady but threaded with an undercurrent of urgency. John, this is SpaceX in collaboration with Blue Origin and international agencies. We're assembling a team for Artemis Reborn to investigate the Apollo 17 findings. We need the best, and you're on top of that list. He didn't wait for my response. He knew my answer. This was my calling, the culmination of years training for the unknown, a destiny forged in the crucible of space exploration. The call ended, but its echo reverberated, a summons to a mission that would test the boundaries of human courage and comprehension. By late January, I found myself at a conference table in Houston, surrounded by 5 fellow astronauts, each a titan in their field, united by the extraordinary challenge ahead. Emma Garcia, our commander, presided with a presence that rivaled any lunar crater, her experience a fortress, her eyes piercing with resolve. Beside her sat Mikhail Klopov, a Russian engineer with a dry wit that masked his meticulous precision. Ravi Patel, an Indian geologist whose hands bore the scars of rock-hunting expeditions. Chloe Bennett, a British physicist whose intellect shimmered like a pulsar, and Naoki Tanaka, a Japanese doctor whose quiet demeanor hit a steely nerve. We exchanged curt nods, the air thick with awareness of the stakes. Emma called the meeting to order, her voice cutting through the murmur. Welcome, team. I'm sure you're all aware why we're here. The Apollo 17 mission has thrown a wrench into our understanding of the moon. It's not just an inert satellite. It seems otherwise. She paused, letting the weight settle. Chloe broke the silence, her accent crisp. What do we know so far? We have Cernan and Schmidt's accounts, Emma replied, her gaze steady. Their disturbing message. They encountered something unnatural. Ravi leaned forward, his voice thoughtful. Unnatural can mean many things. An alien artifact, a geological anomaly, an unknown energy source. Exactly, Emma agreed. And it's our job to find out. The room fell silent, the hum of the air conditioning a distant pulse. Mikhail smirked, his humor a shield. Sounds like we're walking into a science fiction novel, doesn't it? Emma's faint smile acknowledged the jest. Suppose it does, but this isn't fiction. It's real, and the whole world is watching. Naoki's soft voice emerged, a tremor beneath it. What if it's dangerous? I interjected, my training surfacing. We prepare for that possibility just like any other mission. We're trained to deal with the unexpected. Emma nodded. John's right. We don't know what awaits us. We can only train, prepare, and act with utmost caution. We are the vanguard, facing the unknown for the sake of knowledge, for humanity. Let's keep our fears in check, use them to sharpen our minds. A collective nod sealed our pact, a silent pledge to confront whatever lay ahead. We rose, a unified front, bound by purpose despite the shadow of fear. That evening, I stood in my daughter's room, her small form tucked under a pastel quilt, her eyes heavy yet gleaming with a child's timeless curiosity. I leaned down, pressing a kiss to her forehead. Daddy, she whispered, her tiny hand brushing my cheek, her voice trembling. Will you be okay? The question hung heavy, a blade against my resolve. How could I answer when uncertainty gnawed at me? Yes, sweetheart, I replied, holding her tight, her soft curls against my cheek. I pulled back, forcing confidence into my gaze. I'll be all right. My eyes drifted to the moon peering through her window, its pale glow now alien, bearing a secret that chilled me. Her whispered, I love you, followed me out, strengthening my determination. This mission was for her, for all whose lives would be marked by our journey. June 30th, 2025, dawned clear and bright, a perfect morning for a journey to the stars, a day etched into history's ledger. I rose early, the reality of Artemis Reborn, a tangle of nerves and excitement knotting my stomach. The Kennedy Space Center buzzed with anticipation, the massive SpaceX and Blue Origin rocket, christened Artemis Reborn, towering against the sky. After a final breakfast with the crew, we donned our spacesuits, the ritual cloaked in an uncanny silence, the gravity of our task enveloping us. Our families watched, faces tense yet proud, my daughter clinging to me, her whisper, stay safe, draining my strength to reassure her. Final goodbyes mingled excitement and fear as we were ushered to the launch pad. I glanced back at the crowd. This wasn't just our mission. It belonged to every soul on Earth gazing at the moon with curiosity. We boarded the spacecraft, strapping in, the final checks a blur of efficiency. The countdown began, the engine's hum vibrating through my bones. Ignition roared, fire and smoke lifting us skyward. A rush of fear, exhilaration, pride, and determination surging within me. Earth fell away, a vibrant sphere shrinking, our focus shifting to the cold, silent moon ahead. Reverence filled me. Apollo 17 had walked there, encountered the unexplained, and now we followed, armed with their chilling message and the world's anticipation. 6 hours into lunar orbit, Emma's voice crackled. Prepare for descent. The tension mirrored my tightening stomach. We aimed for the Taurus Littrow Valley, Apollo 17's landing site, chosen for its cryptic legacy. The lunar module separated, Emma navigating with expert grace. Chloe watched the surface, her eyes wide, and I squeezed her gloved hand, sharing the unspoken weight. We're close, Emma announced. Details, craters, ridges, emerging in ethereal glow. Hold on. A jolt rattled my teeth as we touched down. Silence reigned, broken by Emma's report. Artemis reborn to ground control. We have landed. I repeat, we have landed. I gazed out at the alien landscape, its history and mystery ours to unravel. The hatch opened, releasing us onto the moon's surface, a surreal blend of fear and awe. The ground felt solid, yet Cernun's words echoed, not natural. Moving in reduced gravity, each leap unnaturally far, Emma's voice crackled. Remember, every detail matters. We fanned out, purpose guiding us. Chloe set up sensors to measure magnetic and gravitational fields, her antennas tracking cosmic rays. Ravi analyzed rocks with a spectrometer, probing seismic hints. Mikhail ensured habitat integrity, deploying rovers. As an astrobiologist, I established a mobile lab, collecting soil samples for organic traces, monitoring radiation and temperature, clues to Apollo 17's encounter. Days fell into a rhythm, waking, working, resting. Yet the moon's tranquility felt eerie, its silver-gray expanse veiling its secret. On the 14th day, Emma's urgent call shattered the routine. Everyone, get over here now. Dread gnawed as I leapt toward her. She stood still, gazing at the ground, the crew arriving in rigid silence. The lunar surface rippled, waving like a disturbed lake, dust and rock shifting in cycles. Oh my God, Chloe whispered, her awe mirroring mine. Mikhail stuttered. This can't be. Emma's steady voice cut through. Keep calm. This could be it. Naoki stammered. It's beyond comprehension. Ravi urged recording and we activated suit cameras, documenting the surreal sight. Ravi and Chloe collected samples, the soil shifting under their touch, sending shivers down my spine. Mikhail directed rovers, capturing footage. I joined Emma, reporting to ground control. The lunar surface is moving. A stunned silence followed, then cautious acknowledgement. Days shifted our focus, observing, analyzing, noting cycles tied to lunar day and night, localized to Taurus Littrow. The question loomed. Life? If so, unlike anything known, its understanding poised to reshape our cosmic view. On the 6th week, Ravi, Chloe, and I ventured into the ripple zone, aiming to dig deeper. The earth glowed above, a beacon of home. Ravi drilled, soil billowing, until a jolt threw us off our feet. The surface convulsed, dust blinding us. Everyone get down, I yelled, the silent roar a horror in vacuum. Emma's urgent abort command guided us back to the rover, a desperate crawl through shaking ground. We reached it, relief fleeting as the lander loomed through dust. Inside, helmets off, we shared a stunned silence. Emma ordered status reports, systems intact, but the surface lived. We aborted, prioritizing safety, though Chloe resisted, valuing data. Prep for liftoff began, a practiced routine now fraught with tension. Checks confirmed readiness, but a violent jolt during ascent triggered alarms. A massive tendril enveloped us, pulling us back. Communications dead. Mayday! Emma cried, systems failing. We stabilized, assessing damage. Engines hampered, signals jammed. Robbie noted the entity reacted to movement, sparking a plan to mimic rover vibrations, tricking it into release. Mikhail adjusted engines, and with full thrust we broke free, docking with the orbiting craft. Re-entry blazed, Earth's blue welcome a relief. Our return, broadcast worldwide, marked us as reluctant heroes, the moon's ancient entity a haunting shadow over future exploration.